of everything we teach to be happy, especially through the meaning and purpose of life, happiness, this point that we're about to make is maybe our most important contribution. So the starting point, as we mentioned, is this catching ourselves in the moment, whatever that moment is. Right now, as an example you've done before, but let's do it again. Right now, become aware that you're listening to me. So you're paying attention to my words and you're understanding them, but you're aware that you're doing it. You know that you're in this moment. Now hold on to that as long as you can, okay? Just this knowing. It seems so simple, and it really is. It's just a matter of being able to bring consciousness to there. So this is so subtle, but it's significant. Now, as a reality check, just see how accurate I am here. As a reality check, the next time you become emotionally hijacked, as soon as possible, which I'll bet is going to take you minutes or maybe hours, as soon as possible, notice how aware you are during this hijack. I'm just knowing that you're in that moment. I'm going to say 100%. You're going to realize that, much to your surprise, that the you who knows I am here, like right now, that you when you emotional hijack was miles away, sleeping someplace and maybe preparing once again to clean up the debris from another accident of unawareness. So then from this knowing or catching cascades the calming. Now this is really something that's significant. It seems to us that as we direct consciousness, and eventually it directs us to just being in that moment, to know I am here, or this catching, the fundamental hard and soft wiring of our survival-driven PFP, ego, amygdala, brain, all of that, nurture's part, it does not have the amps or the voltage to get turned on, to fire. Listen to that. Just becoming aware in the moment seems to negate this fundamental primordial instinct of getting into an emotional hijack. So it seems that calming is mostly a byproduct of this knowing. Although we're going to show and talk to you about how to do some extra calming, but a lot of it seems to come just by being in this present moment. And now that we're present and calm, now we can clarify the needs of the situation. As you know, when we get upset, emotional hijack, angry, whatever, IQ drops into single digits. We say things and do things that we never would. Did I say that? No, you didn't say that. The you who is aware did not do that. A part of your primordial nature, nurture brain did that. So then, now we can clarify and meet the needs of this moment to say and do the right thing. You know, we've learned how to be in an optimal response as a result of this process. So now we don't just not do harm the way our paleo jungle ancestors programmed us to do, but we literally can consciously connect with an open heart and a head, of course, including remaining silent. Remember we said before, never miss a good opportunity to remain silent. So we just say and do the right thing. Now, this does not mean that we allow people to walk through us and over us and to hurt. No. This brings us to optimal consciousness to deal with the situation as well. It's not just about remaining calm and connected. We've now got access to the skills that we've learned through other training to bring in excellent communication skills, excellent problem resolution strategies. But none of these will be near their potential effectiveness if we don't catch ourselves in the moment, calm, clarify, and connect. And how to learn it. And let's just move into the how to learn it so that it just activates with our mindful help, and then eventually it just becomes activated, almost an autopilot default program. So learning requires just two basic inputs. This is not complicated. Just listen to this. First, we just cannot say enough the importance of a formal practice of some kind. It could be some form of meditation. It could be secular, it doesn't have to be spiritual, although I think in the big picture of things it's all spiritual, but be that as it may. We could do 10, 12 minutes of mindfulness. Or we could do just sitting in silence, just watching our breath. And then each time that our mind gets pulled away onto whatever it's ruminating on, we catch ourselves in that moment, bring it back to a simple object like the breath or whatever object we're using in mindfulness. We catch our mind time and time again and bring it back to that present moment of what we're trying to focus on. This is growing neuron cells in different parts of the brain, but one of the big ones is the medial prefrontal cortex that's responsible for so much of our goodness, our caring, intuition, and all that we've talked about before. So each time then we bring our mind back to the present moment. I'm focusing on this. We are growing the skill set and the capacity to be able to have this during even more and more and more challenging times. So that's the first step, and there's just, for the sake of 10, 12 minutes a day, to be able to have this capacity, my gosh, this is one of life's better deals. Then number two, we look at the various ways that in the marketplace of life we can be practicing this as well. So just listen to this list of where I call trigger practices. We're in these situations and we catch ourselves. Let's try waiting in traffic. I say to myself when I'm in traffic, when I'm waiting in traffic, I know that I am waiting in traffic. That's a catch moment, practiced. When I'm standing in line at a bank or a grocery checkout, I know that I'm standing in line. When I'm walking across a room or a parking lot, I know that I am walking. When I'm watching a movie, I know that I am watching. When I'm exercising, I know that I'm exercising. When I'm eating, I know that I am eating. When I'm reading a billboard, I know that I'm reading. When I'm showering and bathing, I know that I know this sounds repetitive. I'm just showing you. These are the times in life when we can be practicing, growing this incredible skill set, right? And then there's maybe a little bit more heavy. When I'm in conflict, anger, anxiety, I know that I'm in conflict. When I am in service to others, I know that I'm in service. When I'm authentically kind, regardless of negative feelings, I know that I'm authentically kind. Remember, we shared with you, when you're conscious, negative feelings do not drive who we are. They're just these primordial messaging systems to keep us safe in the jungle. They're not us. It's like the thoughts are not us when we bring ourselves to this present moment. And finally, as an example, when I'm emotionally self-regulated, I know that I am regulated. And to close, just in case this message sounds somewhat familiar to you, but you're not too sure why, let me bring you to a time way back when you heard this. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your heart is going to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And you know it. Later.